Well, today in maths, we're going to be looking at negative numbers. So first of all, we're going to learn the mechanics of them and how they work. So we're going to be practicing that for the next couple of days. I've got a basket of oranges here, and you might be wondering why. Well, it's very easy to see positive numbers. You can see quite clearly I've got 4 oranges in this basket. But it's very difficult to actually see negative numbers. Okay, if I've got 4 oranges here, I can start to take them away. So I've taken 1 away, 2, 3, 4, and I can see I've taken those away, and now I can see that I've got 0 left. But what does it look like if I carry on taking away? Well, if I take away another orange, I've now got -1. If I take another 1 away, I've now got -2. It can be quite hard to see negative numbers. I wonder if you can think of anywhere in the real world where we see and use negative numbers. Just pause this video and have a think and write down where you have seen negative numbers in the real world. Okay, you might have written down something like this. Thermometers. You might also have written down bank statements or something to do with money. Let's have a look at a number line. Okay, here's my negative number line. And I've got my 0 in the middle here. And then to the right, I've got my positive numbers, which we use all the time. And then to the left, I have my negative numbers. If I want my numbers to get bigger, when I add them, I move to the right. Okay, so I know that if I have the number 1 and I add 2, 1, 2, I know that the answer is going to be 3. 1 add 2 is 3. Because they're positive, I'm moving to the right. Likewise, if I subtract, if I've got 3 and I take away 2, I take away, I move, subtract, I move to the left. 1, 2. Okay, we can see how that works. Let's have a look at it on the negative number side. So if I've got -2 and I want to add 3, remember when I'm adding, I'm moving to the right. So I start from here. If I want to add 3, I go 1, 2, 3. So my answer to -2 add 3 would be 1. I've got to count along, everyone. Don't forget the 0. -2 add 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't miss out the 0. So that's how a number line works. Let's have a look at those thermometers. So on my scale here, I've got 0 degrees, and recently it's been very cold and our temperature has dropped below 0. Everything starts to freeze at 0, and then we get minus temperature. Okay, so we've got our degrees here. Now this is a scale. I don't have numbers for every line, so I've got to work out what my scale is. I can see it's going up and down in 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just check that. And from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5, 5, -10. Okay. I've got a pair of thermometers here. I wonder if you can work out what the difference is in temperature between the two thermometers. Let's say that this is a reading of the temperature in the morning, and this is a reading of the temperature in the afternoon. What is the difference? Well, first of all, we need to read the temperature. Okay, this one is above 0. There's the 0. And it is 1 above 0. So I'm going to write down there, it is 1 degree. And that's the symbol for degree. A little 0 there. We know that from our maths work on angles. Okay, so that's 1 degree. Now what about this one here? Oh, well, this one is underneath the 0. It's below 0. So this will be very cold. How many is it below 0? Well, counting from 0 is a good strategy. So I've got my 0 there, and I count on from 0. I don't count the 0. I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. I count on from the 0. So there's the 0, and I go 1. I'll just do that again. I don't count the 0. I do not go 1, 2, 3, 4. I count on from the 0. So I go 1, 2, 3. And it's on the third one down, but it's below the 0. So that is minus 3 degrees. Okay, so that's the temperature. But my question is, what is the difference between the two of them? Well, I'm going to go back to my number line here. And one was 1 degree and the other was minus 3. So I've got 1 degree there, and the other one here was minus 3. So what is the difference? Well, I count from 1 and the temperature's gone down. So it goes down. Don't forget to count that 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on here, the temperature has gone down by 4 degrees. Okay, I've put some practice questions for you on Seesaw. There are 3 challenges, and the challenges get harder as you go up to challenge 3. Okay, most of you will be starting on challenge 2. Some people last week were just doing challenge 1, when really you should be challenging yourselves a lot better than that. You should be starting on challenge 2, most of you. If you want to go higher and you want to try challenge 3 as well, then you can do that as well to stretch yourselves. So that is your work today, practicing the mechanics of negative numbers.